Good evening, my wonderful YouTube family. As you can see, it's a new setup today. I am incredibly excited for today's lesson. Before we get started, I know people are just joining in. If you're able to see me properly and if you're able to hear me properly, could you please, my lovely YouTube family, let me know in the live chat below. You can show me a peace sign or you can let me know with a hi or whatever. Thank you, whatever you prefer. So, what are we going to do today? Today, we have a very important topic to cover. In yesterday's class, if you remember, we'd spoken about the use of cohesive devices. And I promised you that today we're going to do a session which is on the screen on the IELTS writing and IELTS speaking. You must have seen or you must have heard that the biggest problem is repeating the same word again and again and again. And today's lesson is all about how can you basically do away by repeating the words. What are the strategies that we can make use of? Before we get started, I want to tell you what the agenda is. In today's lesson, we're going to be hi Shivanshi, hi Sheikh. So in today's lesson, we're going to be looking at what should I say? We're going to be looking at not just the strategies, but the primary focus is on solving a lot of exercises together so that we learn by doing. I repeat, we learn by doing. However, there are some names of strategies that I'm going to be talking about as well. But predominantly, we're going to be solving a lot of questions together so you know how it's done. Could you please let me know if you're able to hear me properly? Shivanshi and Sheikh, thank you. Super. So let's get started. This lesson is all about avoiding repetition using synonyms. Just going to be looking at your comments on my screen right in front of me. All right, what are the aims of the lesson today? Please have a look at the screen, guys. Hi, guys. Hello. So, the first thing that we're going to be covering is synonyms. There's a very interesting game that we'll play, which is related to synonyms. What is the meaning of synonyms? Can anybody tell me in the live chat? What is synonyms? After that, we're going to be looking at degrees of strength. Now, some words, they all mean the same, but the strength of the degree differs. So, for example, good, for example, the degree of these three words can be significant or satisfactory, then good, and then possibly excellent or the best. Yeah. So the degree of strength differs, and that's what we're going to be we'll be able to understand today in today's lesson. After that, we'll understand. I'll give you a list of words. We also call these words expressing attitude. When we use English in written form or write or spoken form, we use more often than not expressing attitude words, especially when it comes to fluency. So they add that extra bridge to sort of connect your ideas better, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. Then I'm going to be giving you a list of 10 most common expressions on IELTS writing task 2. But why? Because there's a game attached with it. So we're going to play a lot of things. In the end of the lesson, I will give you 20 academic expressions in this lesson today that you can start using maybe immediately after this lesson in your writing as well as speaking. And then the usual, there's going to be practice exercise, there's going to be exam tips, lots of exam tips, and finally, assignment or extra practice on the WhatsApp channel. So if you guys are ready, shall we get started? This is going to be a fun session. Hi, Divya, Shivanshi, Prathama. Hi, guys. Hi, Philip. My name's Krish, but it's okay. Yes, the position of the camera changed today. All right. Somebody had requested it last week, right? Was it Kosser or somebody else? So Kosser, and for the rest of our friends in the room. This is for all of you guys. Let's start. I see some of the faces are new, some of the names are new today. So, in case you have just joined our YouTube family, make sure that you subscribe to the channel to not miss any lesson that we come up with almost every day at 9:30 p.m. Like the lesson, share it, and most importantly, turn the bell icon on. All right, let's start. So, the first game of the day is called Brothers. Actually, I invent these names, silly names. So the first game is called Siblings. One more time, what do we call it? Repeat after me. Siblings. So the game's very interesting. So what happens on the IELTS writing task is it's very important that we demonstrate, that we show that our vocabulary is very wide. Because if you use limited vocabulary, or for that matter, basic vocabulary, you will get a basic band. So it's very important for you to show that your vocabulary is very wide, and most importantly, you have you do not repeat words. So for example, I'm going to give you a very important and a simple example. Instead of saying Krish is wearing a blazer, I know all my examples are related to blazers. Krish is wearing a blazer. This blazer is very expensive, off the top of my head, I'm saying. But expensive is a word that is predominantly used by intermediate speakers as well today. So it's not very advanced vocabulary. But instead of saying Krish is wearing a blazer, it cost him an arm and a leg. I think we've taken an example like this before as well. So what you're basically trying to do is you're showing that you have wide range of vocabulary and you do not have to repeat this idiom again, which is cost him an arm and a leg, which is very expensive. So we have to make sure that we keep on changing vocabulary again and again. But why are we discussing this? On the left-hand side of the screen, I'm going to show you 10 words. Fame, ambition, 9 words. Achievement, shortcoming, idle, transient. Repeat after me the pronunciation. S here, it is pronounced as z. Z. Repeat after me. Transient. Transient. If you say the right word with the wrong pronunciation, you will still get wrong mark. So it's important. Endorse, image, and very simple, infamous. Infamous. The stress is on the first part. Now I'm going to show you A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. 9 words on the right hand side. All we have to do is I will show you the word. You have to match the word with its synonym on the left hand side of the screen. Gotcha? If you understand the game, show me a thumbs up. I will show you the word. You have to tell me this word is a synonym of which other word on the left hand side. Please tell me if you understand. Cool, lovely. Thank you, Divya. Here we go. So the first one is short-lived. Thank you, Prathama. Thank you, Shivanshi. First one is short-lived. A is, what's A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which one is it? Something that is short-lived. Prathama, Divya, wonderful guys. So A is 6. Short-lived. Superb. Number 2. Icon. It's not icon. That is a different icon. This is an icon. But if you're talking about a person, icon. Yeah. So there's a difference. So icon is here. B is, yep, thank you. B is 5. It's an idol. Thank you. So can you see same word, same meaning, but different words? I repeat, same meaning, but different words. Short lived, transient, idle, icon. Okay. C, accomplishment. Accomplishment. It's right adjoining it, isn't it? Yep. Thank you, Nagashri. Thank you. Oh, there are some new names. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Protoma. Thank you, Hansini. Hansini. That's a nice name. C is 3. Perfect. D, approve. What is approve? That's D, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Varsha. Thank you, Hansini. All right. It is number 7. Wonderful, guys. You guys are amazing. Sorry, I wrote 3 here. It's actually, I wanted to write C. Okay. E, stardom. Stardom. What is it? That is E, right? Yeah. Thank you, Divya, for mentioning that. Okay. Yes, Hansini is right. It's 1. Thank you. Super. Aspiration. Keep pronouncing the words after me. It just gets the phonology correctly. Aspiration. F. Yep. Thank you, Hansini. Once again, Nagashri. Superb. Where are other people? Thank you, Prothama. That is, yes, aspiration is 2. That's F. Superb. You guys are doing really great. Thank you, Sunandini. Notorious. Are you notorious? I am very notorious. Once I asked my mom how was I as a kid. So what had happened was, because right now I'm like a very sensible boy, very, always keeping myself to myself. Da, da, da. My mom said you were the most battamiz and most notorious boy when you were a kid. Oh, things change. Notorious. Which one is it? G. 9. Wonderful. Notorious is infamous. G is 9. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Second last. Flaw. Flaw. H. By the way, some people pronounce this as H. It's not H. It's either H or it's H, not H. H is nothing. So what's flaw? H. Thank you, Priya, Varsha. Okay, cool. Which is flaw is shortcomings. Nagashri. Super. Answers are coming a little late. Hansini, thank you. Super. Flaw is number 4. H. And the last one is impression is apparently image. Now, I want you to notice something here. Some of these words that we have used are very easy peasy, and some other words that we have used are quite advanced versions of the same. So, for example, transient is a C1, C2 level vocabulary. As a matter of fact, short lived also is a C1, C2 vocabulary, or B2 at least. Some other words like image could be considered as a pre-intermediate lower level vocabulary, but on the other hand, the sibling of it, the synonym of it, impression, is definitely at least an upper intermediate vocabulary. So on your IELTS writing as well as speaking, you have to make sure that you use all kinds of words to show the examiner. There's a myth on the IELTS exam, and the myth is if you use only C2 level vocabulary, you're going to get band 9 or band 8. No, that is not true. It's a myth. You have to show that you can also use C1, C2 vocabulary. What is the meaning of C1, C2? C1, C2 basically means using proficient, advanced level words, idioms, phrasal verbs, collocations, all of these kinds of things. So the idea is you have to use all kinds of words. That's what I'm trying to say. I have a question to ask you today. I'm using a different mic. Is my voice all right? Are you able to hear me properly? Thank you. Can we clap for everybody? Great job. Good participation. Superb. Good participation. Lovely, guys. Native level, yes. Now, upper intermediate is B2. C2 is native level. Thank you, Prathama. Super. Now, this was game number 1. Now, before we move to the next slide, I have a tip for all of you. And the tip is I want you to pause the video and read it out loud for yourself. I'm going to read it as well. Okay, by the way, these are the answers. We already put the answer before. The tip is sometimes an idea can be expressed with either greater or lesser degree of strength. And for that, we use some words. So, for example, if you want to say impression, you can say weak impression or strong impression. This is a very simple example of greater or lesser degree of strength of the words. How do we do it? We do it by grouping words together or phrases with similar meanings. For example, you can use words like in the degree of strength, as I said before, either satisfactory or good. I mean, the higher degree. Good is higher than satisfactory, and excellent is the highest between the three of them. Yeah. So the idea is all those words that we saw before, a certain vocabulary. One of the tips that we learn on the IELTS writing is, or IELTS speaking is, even if you're using the same word, but if you group it, if you're using it once again during writing or speaking, but if you group it with a certain degree of strength, or for that matter, lesser degree of strength, greater or lesser degree of strength, the meaning changes. So you sort of save yourself from that repetition feeling that you give to the word. So we're going to be looking at a few other strategies as well. But for now, we will play a game. If you understand so far, show me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. C3 is nothing, yes. All right, superb. Divya, your best friend is missing today. She's not in. All right, chalo. Let's move on. Thank you. Wonderful job so far. Let's move to game number 2 of the day. The game is very interesting and it will confuse you a lot. This game is connected to the last slide. I repeat, this game that we're going to play now is connected to the previous slide. All we have to do is arrange the words that are given below from left to right in terms of the strength of meaning. That is, on the left, weakest strength, between, equilibrium, balanced, and on the extreme right, the highest strength or the greatest strength. So the idea is all of these words mean the same thing. I repeat, all of these words mean the same thing. The degree of strength differs. So that's what we have to do. First one we will do as an example. The rest of it you have to do alone in the live chat, and then we'll discuss the answers together. All right? If you understand this, give me a heart. Give me a heart. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Divya. Okay, Prothama has started with the answers as well. All right, guys, here we go. So the answer is, let's see what Prothama says. Prothama says well-known, famous, and legendary. The correct answer is well-known, famous, legend. Can we clap for Prothama? Wonderful. Good job. Superb. Thank you, Twinkle, Hansini. Thank you, Divya. All right. Okay. Number 2, everybody, get, set, go. Bad, imperfect, worthless. What's the order? Tell me the order in the live chat. You guys maintain such positive atmosphere in class. So nice. I'm waiting for the answer. Waiting for the answer. Where's everyone? Okay, Hansini says, I'm going to read your answers loudly and display it on the screen as well. Hansini says, imperfect, bad, worthless. Thank you. Divya says, bad, worthless, imperfect. I think this is the right answer. Shivanshi says, bad, worthless, imperfect. And other people? Yeah, I don't know where she is. Bad, Philip says, bad, imperfect, worthless. Let's check the answer. It is imperfect, then bad, and then worthless. So imperfect is absolutely low level. Bad is a little bit, in terms of degree of strength, a little more degree. Worthless, on the other hand, is when it is extremely bad, then it is completely worthless. So that's how the degree sort of goes. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Number 3, like, admire, idealize. What is the order? Thank you, Varun. Thank you, Twinkle. Waiting for your answers. Hansini, admire, idolize, like, and idolize. Twinkle, idolize, admire, like. No, it has to be, the strength has to be the greatest in the end. Twinkle, like, admire, idolize. The correct answer is like, admire, idolize. Superb. Clappings for everybody, but Divya has gotten us the correct answer. Superb. This seems like a yes, it is. Admire, like, idolize. A little bit different, guys. Like, admire, idolize. Yes. Thank you. Number 4, praise, acclaim, recognition. Can I tell you something here? You may think that this game is, kya bachcho wala game hai, you know? But the idea is people do not know the meaning of it, although no matter what word you use, you basically get a better mark for it, a higher mark for it, because these are all quite interesting words, upper intermediate and above, most of them. But the idea is, the problem happens the moment you're comparing two components. And the moment you start comparing, what happens is you're not able to use the right degree of word. And therefore, because your voice is recorded on the IELTS speaking, if the examiner uh, is able to sort of juxtapose that you're not able to use the words appropriately when it comes to degrees of strength, you lose a mark, you lose a band for that. So it doesn't matter if you've used supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Eventually, in the end of the day, you have to display that you're able to use it accurately as well. Okay? So that's important. The answer is okay. It is recognition, praise, acclaim is the highest. Recognition is good. I recognize the effort. Praise is I compliment. Acclaim is I give you a trophy. So that's the difference. Recognize is I say thank you for the answer. Praise is I say let's clap for the person, let's compliment. Acclaim is giving you a trophy. So there's a difference between the three of them. I hope you understand. Yeah? There are three more. We are done with four. Let's have a look at the next one. Everybody's doing really well. Pat yourself on the back. Superb. Okay, I'm going to be reading your answers for the next one now. Oh, sorry. I said there are going to be three more, but there's only four. Perfect. I think there are seven that are on the different exercise that I have made. Maybe I confused it. So, what do we understand from here? We understand that a lot of the times, the degree of strength that we use matter a lot, especially when you're comparing these things. So have special attention towards these important factors when it comes to comparing components and elements. I hope you enjoyed this activity. Let's move to the next part. In the beginning of the lesson today, I promised you that we're going to be looking at something very interesting, very, very important. What is that? Attitude words. And that's what I'm going to show you now. So please have a look. Sometimes we use adverbs, words that end in ly, that can be placed at the beginning of a sentence to show your attitude of what follows. People use it sometimes to clarify the sentence that is coming, or sometimes to compare. The idea is that the vocabulary that is used to sort of display and also to not repeat. This entire session today is all about avoiding repetition. So one of the most important tricks of avoiding repetition is using attitude words. But how does it really work? Let me show you. So there's one example on the screen. Please have a look. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words on the screen. Please have a look. Fortunately, interestingly, importantly, obviously, surprisingly, unfortunately, inevitably. I repeat, inevitably. Yes, Priya, you're late today, but welcome nonetheless. All right, here we go. So the first example is many people who achieve fame as children struggle to live a normal adult life. Okay. But you have to use a word from the list in the beginning of the sentence that means this phenomena is bound to happen. So which word from the red panel above means the blue part? I repeat, which word from the red panel above means the blue part? And with that word, you have to start the sentence. First one I will do to show you, and the rest of it you have to do yourself. So the word is inevitably. So we say, inevitably, many people who achieve fame as children struggle to live a normal adult life. But what is the use of it? I'd like to reiterate myself. The use is, listen carefully. A lot of the times, when people have said something before the sentence, they repeat the same idea and end up repeating the words as well. To contradict yourself, I mean, what you're trying to say, or for that matter, to add further details. These are not cohesive devices, by the way, that we did yesterday. These are attitude adverbs or attitude words. We use attitude words to convey the meaning precisely with a different choice of word. So we say, inevitably, La di la di la. So that's how it proceeds. Okay. So let's move to the next one. This one, number 2, you have to do yourself. Tell me in the live chat, what is it? Here we go. Many people who become famous as children struggle to live a normal life in adulthood. This is not a good thing. So which word in the red panel means this is not a good thing? These were the 7 sentences that I was talking to you about. These are the 7 sentences. Unfortunately, okay, I see. Prathama, Hansini, Priya, Divya, Philip. Excellent, guys. So it is unfortunately. So now you start the sentence with this word, unfortunately. Many people who become famous did. So that's how it sort of proceeds. Okay. Number 3, only a small percentage of people become truly obsessed with celebrities. Yeah, that's true. I'm not obsessed with celebrities. Are you? Except Ashwarya. I'm not obsessed with anyone. With celebrities, this is a good thing. So which one is it? Okay, Arnold says, interestingly. Sahana says, unfortunately. Nagashri says, fortunately. Nagashri, your point is interesting. Prathama, Hansini, Priya. Excellent. Let's check the answer. It is fortunately. Wow. There were some dilly dally answers before, but it is fine now. You're obsessed with Hrithik. Okay, good. Okay, so here we go. The correct answer is fortunately. People were a little bit dilly dally with this answer, but it is fortunately. Okay, number 4, 7 sentences in total. 4th one is on the screen. The vast majority of respondents were critical of the amount of celebrity coverage in the news. I didn't expect this. Which one is it? That means I'm shocked. Surprisingly, Hansini, Prathama, Sahana, Nagashri, Arnold, Divya, excellent. It is surprisingly very good. Number 5, here we go. Fame can confer certain advantages. This is clear. What's the right word here? Varun Sheikh, guys, surprisingly is done. Nagashri says, obviously. Prathama, obviously, okay. Yes, it is, in fact, obviously. Okay. Thank you, guys. Super. Number 6. The majority of children surveyed said that they did not want to be famous. I find this interesting. So the answer is in the question itself. I'll save our. What do you think is the answer? Waiting for somebody to write it. Oh, ho, Divya, come out of it. Hansini, interestingly, good. Priya and Divya are in a swing of their own universe. Guys, answer. Thank you. Okay, good. It is interestingly super. And the last one is, sorry if you're not able to see it, many children were critical of the bad behavior of people in the public eye. This idea, you're not able to see, this idea is significant. There's only one word left. Importantly. Number 7 is importantly. Sorry, I know that you're not able to see the answer, but the answer for this one is importantly. Okay? So, What do we understand? What is the juice of this slide? The juice of this slide is the next time when you're short of words, one very important trick or tip is using attitude words in the beginning of the sentence. Why is that? Because it is found out that students majority of this the majority of the times when when they are in the flow of saying, talk, basically talking about things that they are talking about, they are not able to, because of the flow, they are not able to, they are in that universe of limited vocabulary that there is, and they are not able to use new words. The idea is you can start your sentence with attitude words in order to sound a little more. It is an opportunity for you to sort of add extra detail within the extempore that you're involved in whilst you're talking. But the idea is use attitude words in the beginning of the sentence to avoid repetition. I repeat, use attitude words to avoid repetition. And most of these words, there's something that is common in all of them. They all end in ly. I repeat, they all end in ly. Attitude words. That's why grammatical name of these words is adverbs. I repeat, adverbs. Thank you. Yes, we need to chill while learning. Yes, I understand that. Thank you guys for helping each other. That's very nice of you. Super. Lovely. Let's move on. But there's a little bit more to this. All of these words that you see on the screen, fortunately, interestingly, and so on, all of these words can actually be modified further to change the meaning completely when you're basically writing something or speaking. And these words can be modified further using words like more interestingly, more inevitably, less not somewhat, somewhat inevitably, somewhat interestingly, somewhat surprisingly. You end up making a complex sentence structure because of this. And B, your vocabulary changes as well. So you're not saying the same thing. Although you may be using the base verb, your base verb may be same, but the idea is because of the modification, it changes the meaning. So uh, you basically save yourself to not lose a mark there. So the idea is use attitude words, and you can modify attitude words further using words like more, less, not, somewhat. Somewhat is a bit of a upper intermediate C2 case. So the idea is use this as much as possible. It's very interesting. Advanced speakers use it in order to sound more fluent, and I think that's quite good. Yeah? If you understand this, and if you're enjoying the lesson, give me a big heart on the lesson, like the lesson. Thank you. Thank you. Are there any questions whatsoever at this stage? Some words can be without ly as well. Yes, absolutely. There are adverbs that exist without ly as well. Thank you, guys. Lovely. Okay. This game that we're going to play is really interesting. Do you think it's common? Listen to me carefully. Now we're moving to the next game. Everybody, attention needed. Do you think it is common that when students are writing, not just on the IELTS exam, but other exams as well, the problem is they use a lot of informal language because they don't know what is the academic version of it. I repeat, they use a lot of informal English. Do you think it is a problem or is it not a problem? Especially the teachers in the room. Guys, what do you feel? Students use informal English. Thank you for the hearts. Philip, Sheikh, Divya, Prothama. Divya says two hearts. Sahana, Priya, thank you, Varun. Yes. So Philip agrees. Nagashri agrees as well. So what is the solution? We're going to play a game. Let's find it. Let's find out. I'm going to show you in my experience the different kinds of informal English. And by the way, there are kinds of it. Yeah, the different kinds of informal English possibilities that exist. So I have taken an answer, a piece of an answer from my student, and in this I've highlighted 6 informal expressions that the student has used. I repeat, 6 informal expressions that the student has used. Here we go. Have a look. Really big. Excuse me. It's an academic exam. Really big is very colloquial, or it's a slang. You use it in conversational English. Because it is an academic exam, IELTS, you ought to make sure that you use academic English. Lots of. Example, e.g., amazingly, didn't, show up. All of these are examples of informal English that this student has used. One by one, let's help each other. Please tell me, what is the formal version of it? How can we correct this answer together? I repeat, how can we correct this answer together? What is the replacement of really big here? Of course, there are many possibilities, so there's no perfect answer. So let's highlight each other's answers one by one. But don't jump the gun. Let's go together in the room, yeah? Thank you. So what's number one? Really big. Thank you, Priya. Yeah, absolutely. Enormous. Thank you. Nagashri says enormous. That's a very nice example. Yeah. Pratama says immense. I will keep highlighting your answers, so keep an eye on the screen as well. Super. Divya says massive. Well done. Oh, Nana has a list. Enormous, huge, colossal. Philip says massive. Priya says really big. Really big is informal, so we use huge, enormous, okay? Sahana says massive, great, enormous. Vast, huge. Thank you. Okay. So I'll show you what I have written. Everybody's right. Well done. Significant. Trying to be really, really academic here. Significant. So really big changes too. A lot of the versions that you've said as well. But what I've written here is significant. Good. Just make sure that it is academic. That's important. Number 2, lots of. What is lots of? What is lots of? Many, several, majority. Prathama, numerous, Mankad, majority. Welcome to Cambridge Veritas, Mankad. Okay, Divya has given us a lot of examples. Okay. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Mabur. Okay, cool. So what I have written is many. Just simple word, many. But yes, you guys have given much better examples. Well done. Number 3, e.g. Short form, e.g. I think I've given the answer already. Don't want major inventions. Just what do you think is wrong with this one and how can it be corrected? Nana, yes, Nagashri. For example, for instance, yeah, very good. I've just simply written for example, but yes, For instance, as well, is a very good replacement. Thank you. But not example. Example alone will not work. Like who's written? Nana? Yes, I was actually talking to you, Nana. Example alone may be a bit of an issue here. For example, because sort of you need to keep in mind the connectivity of the sentence as well. Yeah. Take care. Okay. Number 4. Amazingly. Absolutely avoid saying amazingly either in written English or spoken English for IELTS exam. It's not right. Wonderful. Okay, Sheikh, we have to remember if it grammatically fits in the sentence as well. But thank you for your participation. Nana, okay, you're welcome. Prothama, exceptionally. Exceptionally, scientist ranked 4th. Is it? Think again, Prothama. See if there's any other thing that we can use. No, definitely not advanced. It's more towards, it's not only about advanced, it's also the fact that it's got to be academic as well. Yeah. Philip, enormously. Enormously in this case. Okay, what I've written is surprisingly. It has to match the meaning, the context as well. So if you read it, ऐसा नहीं कुछ भी लिख दो. It's not like you add anything and everything off the top of your head. So the idea is it's got to match the context as well. So surprisingly fits the context here. It goes surprisingly, scientist ranked 4th in 1980. Okay, number 5 is easy peasy. Tell me what is the problem with number 5? What is the problem with number 5? Okay, Rahman's given a lot of examples. Thank you, Rahman. Hansini, super, Priya, Nagashri. I've read your example, Rahman. Thank you. Prothama, Philip. Yes, everybody's right. Prothama, Philip. Mankad. Yes, Mankad says it's a contraction. Avoid using contractions. Very good. Yes, very good. It's a contraction. We need to avoid using contractions. So it's got to be did not didn't. Some people pronounce it as didn't. Some people pronounce it as didn't. Both are right. I repeat, both are right. But do not use contractions. It's informal. Yeah. And a lot of people also write it like this. When they use contraction, they write it like this. Incorrect English. The apostrophe always comes after N, right before T. Okay? So remember that. Not that you have to use it, but this is just for you extra. I just wanted to highlight that because it's a very common issue. Okay, number 6. Show up. Divya says appear. Yes, Hansini, you're right. Appear, okay. Thank you, Nana. Watch for spelling though. See if it is fitting the context or no. I'll read the sentence for you. Surprisingly, scientists ranked 4th in 1980 didn't even show up in the top 10 occupations of 2010. Didn't even show up. So that's how it's called. Didn't even appear. Okay. I have also written appear. Wonderful. Superb. Clappings for everyone. Good job. You guys are so active. I am so proud of everybody's participation right now. I hope you're able to learn something new. Today's lesson is all about IELTS vocabulary for writing and speaking, not repeating words. So, all of these teeny weeny things that we are covering are all about making sure that we do not repeat the vocabulary. But during the lesson, there are so many other tips that we are covering as well. not using contractions, making sure that we use attitude words, making sure that we use degrees of strength as well with it in order to sort of save ourselves not repeating words. So all of these important things matter. Yeah. It may take a little bit of time to sort of practice, which is fine, but at least knowing the concept is the first thing, and that's what you guys are doing. Good. Good. God bless, guys. I'm happy for you. Okie dokie. The next slide is a tip. Are you ready for the tip? The tip is remember in the beginning of the session, I told you that I'm going to be sharing with you the most predictable words on IELTS writing task 2. That's what we're going to look at now. So the language required for IELTS writing task 2 is often quite predictable. What does that mean? So on the left-hand side of the screen, you will see some words that appear very, very commonly. This game is like an extension of the last game. So be ready. We're in the same mindset. So all we have to do is look at the expressions or the words on the left-hand side of the screen. We have to give one or two words here which are similar in meaning of this word. I repeat, we have to give words that are similar in meaning of the word on the left-hand side. First one, allow me to do. So I think advantage could be, there are so many ways in which we can use the word advantage. We can say benefit, positive consequence, etc., etc. So my 2 cents and 2 words are for advantage, benefit, and positive consequence. Is the spelling right for consequence? What about disadvantage? Your turn. What do you think we can, 2 words that we can use for disadvantage? Thank you, Divya. You're welcome. Yes, we all feel that we need to work on our vocabulary, Priya. Benefit, merit. Thank you, Mankad. Priya, drawback, demerit. Thank you, Mankad. I'll display your answers, guys. Okay, Nagashri, demerit. Prathama, demerits. Sub demerit bol rahe hain ab. Okay, Priya, demerit. Drawback. Cons, Nana. Thank you. Shortcomings, Divya. Okay. Priya, pros and cons. Guys, what about the rest of the class? So many people in the room right now. Hello. Hansini, benefit, merit, pros. Okay. Thank you, Hansini. So disadvantages could be drawbacks and negative consequences. Thank you so much. Number 3, opinion. Opinion. How do we pronounce it? Do we say opinion or opinion? Second version. Opinion, not opinion. Opinion. What is opinion? Repercussions. Okay. Yeah, repercussions could be good as well. Viewpoint. Okay. Other people. Believe, attest. Yeah, very legal lingo. In my view, okay, I put just view and point of view. Thank you. Thank you. Number 4, however. However. Ever. Thoughts, outlooks, superb. Let's move to point number 4 now. Thank you, Sahana. Thank you, Philip. Philip says, although. Yes, that's a good alternative, Philip. I have only written one word for this. Okay. I have written the word that I have written starts with N. Can you guess what that is? The word that I have written starts with N. Na. Yeah, nevertheless, it is. Super. All right. Let's move to next one. People. For this also, I've written one word and it starts with I. Let's play this game. Let's see if you're able to guess my answer or not, okay? Mine starts with I. Which one is it? Individuals. Yes, superb. Okay, next one is problem. The word that I've written is I've written two words and both of them start with D. I've written two words and both of them start with D. One is a simple word, the other one is a bit fancy. Let's see if you're able to guess it or not. Guys, let's all participate. Everyone in the room. Okay, Nana is the first one to say. Nana, yes, the prefix is right. Thank you, Sahana. Issue, difficulty. Thank you. I think people are watching the live class on different durations of time, so the answers are coming a little bit off track as well sometimes, which is fine. But thank you. Issue, thank you. Difficulty and dilemma. Prothama, you're the winner. That's exactly what. Give me a high five, Prothama. That's exactly what I have written as well. Dilemma and difficulty. But thank you for the other ones, guys. You're right as well. Huddle, insurmountable, arduous. Thank you. All right. Next one is solution. For this also, I've written two words. One starts with A, the other one starts with S. There are 10 words in total. We're on number 7 right now. Solution, result. Sheikh says result. Thank you. Devya says answer. And other people? Solution, it's easy. What could it be for solution? Result, consequence, verdict. Okay. I've written approach and strategy. Once again, approach and strategy. Key is right. Superb. Thank you. Yep. Number 8, important. I repeat, important. I've written two words. They're both fancy. One starts with S and the other one starts with N. S and N. Looking at your comments. It's not clicking. Okay. It's okay, no problem. Priya, Nagashri, good guys, crucial, significant. Significant, yeah. Thank you. Divya, all right. Other people? What about other people? Mankad, Philip, where are you guys? Rahman, Hansini, where are your answers, guys? So for important, I've written significant and noteworthy. Number 9, crucial is right as well. Yep, very good. Indispensable, nice. Number 9 is issue. Some people also call it issue. The first time when I heard the pronunciation of the word issue, I used to have a teacher of English at my university when I was in India, and she used to hate me. Do you know why she used to hate me? Let me tell you something interesting. One day she was using a word in the classroom, felicitation and facilitation. I repeat, felicitation and facilitation. They both look very, very identical, right? So She got slightly confused and I corrected her in the classroom. I was 17, 18 myself. I think I shouldn't have. I knew what was the correct meaning. And it's very normal to have when you miss the meaning. It happens to me so many times. And then she started hating me from that day. That's so bad. So she used to pronounce this word as issue. And she said she heard Arnab Mukherjee. Arnab Mukherjee? Arnab, the guy on the news channel. I think his name is Arnab Mukherjee, right? Arnab, something, something. So he pronounces this word as issue. Both the pronunciations are right. Issue and issue. It's up to you. Homophones, yeah. Only worthy is correct or wrong. Issue, worthy. Worthy is also correct. Yes. Sahana, that's a good one too. Sheikh says answer, result, output. Super. Jarring to ears. Naga Shri says dispute. Issue is topic or concern. I'm sorry, I have written very simple words, but you guys are giving all the advanced words. Wonderful. Good job. Okay. Last word of the day. The last one is situation. I repeat, situation. I have written two words and both of them start with C. I repeat, I have written two words and both of them start with C. Circumstances, yes, absolutely. Waiting. Context, yes, both of you all are right. Nagashri, Nana, wonderful, right. Scenario, that's a very interesting spelling of scenario, Nagashri. Context, circumstances, condition. All right. Circumstances and context. Thank you. My God, this was. Please give your fingers some kisses and relaxation. I know they've been really doing a lot of work today. Congratulations. Wonderful. Great job. Now, I want to show you something. When we as examiners correct a student's or assess a student's essay, there are many things that we have to keep in mind. Hedging technique, reasons with it, possibilities and indications, um, focusing a lot more on giving feedback as well. And most importantly, telling students how to transition to formal words. All of these things matter a lot, especially not just the feedback giving techniques, but there are so many other techniques related to improving students' vocabulary. Some basic ones we've covered in the class today, but there's a lot more to this list that we can't cover in the lesson because hey ho, it's YouTube live classes. We want to make sure that we give as much content as possible, but at the same time, uh, uh, a lot of it is covered on the program, which is, we talk about it daily, Cambridge Veritas Certificate in IELTS Masterclasses. For those of you who are new, I know many of you already know this already. Many of you know this. But for those of you who are new, if you're interested in learning strategies related to giving students feedback on IELTS vocabulary in writing and speaking, and at the same time teaching it successfully as well, then you need to have this certificate because employers are going to ask you questions related to classroom management, teaching strategies, lesson planning, feedback strategies, and whatnot. And that's when this certificate, just yesterday, one of our counselors, Natasha, she sent me a screenshot on WhatsApp and she said there was one student who wanted to do, his name is Sagar. He wanted to do TESOL certificate at Cambridge Veritas, but he said he's so surprised just with this certificate, he's getting a lot of offers, which is IELTS Masterclass. So once you have this as a credential on your resume, people know that you're different than the rest. You are cut above the rest. You're there. So there's a little bit different about it. There's something different about you. So if you want to do all of these things, grab this international certificate. You get My Veritas dashboard. It's a 2 weeks program. You do not have to take a career break. It's a masterclass, 2 hours per day, Monday to Friday. The next batch is starting on 2nd June. There was another one that was starting 26th of May. I think that is Monday, 26th of May. Please do not apply for that batch. The seats are full for that. I was told to share that with you. So the timings are going to be 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. IST. The most important thing is, I'm not sure if you saw this on Instagram and Facebook, or if you're a member of my Veritas, Cambridge Veritas family. With this certificate, you're now getting dual certified, which means you take admission for this certificate, but you also get CPD, which is Career Professional Development, or sometimes Continuous Professional Development, Teaching Excellence Certificate, which happens because you attend CPD webinars for 4 weeks, Sunday to Sunday. So with one, you get 2 certificates. And I've never seen, I've been working at Cambridge Veritas for 3.5 years now. This kind of certificate hasn't come before. Great opportunity for the teachers watching right now. So if you're interested, you can see link above somewhere here in the live chat. If you're interested, you can let the counselors know on WhatsApp, send a message, and they will be happy to assist you. They'll send you the enrollment link that you can use to be a part of the Cambridge Veritas family and work personally to get trained on these certifications. There's a special 20% discount for the teachers that watch every day. If anybody comes from other platforms, the usual fees for them is 29,999. However, for our live audience, it gets reduced to 23,999. Test it anytime. All right. So in case you're interested, you want to grab this opportunity, WhatsApp the counselors. The link is above in the live chat. Okay. You save 6,000 rupees. All right. So that was about advertising. It's important for me to share this for all those teachers who are interested and want to save a little bit of money as well, here and there. 20 academic English expressions. I repeat, 20 academic English expressions. Take a screenshot of this, please. They're very interesting, actually. They're all very, very formal. They're all those expressions that you can make use of, ladies and gentlemen, to sound more interesting, to sound more formal, more academic, and you'll get your desired band. So it's very, very important. You're welcome, Divya. I could actually pitch this, Priya. Thank you. Oh, we're talking about newspapers. Yes, Philip, you can definitely join the WhatsApp group. Thank you, Divya. I hope you've taken the screenshot, guys. Thank you. Please make use of it. It's gem. Digital Gemma. Thank you. And once again, there are many new people who've joined us today. Welcome to our family. Make sure that you subscribe, like the lesson, share the lesson with your friends, colleagues, and most importantly, turn the bell icon on so that you do not miss any live lesson that we do every day at 9:30 p.m. Okay? All of these, especially these 2 girls that you see, Divya and Priya, they have become the best of pals on Cambridge Veritas's live chat. I can say they're best pen friends, yeah? You're welcome, Manhat. You're welcome, Nana. Okay. Extra practice is going to be available on WhatsApp channel. In case you're not connected on WhatsApp channel, the link is going to be in description. So please make use of that. Live exercises are not given for every lesson, but for most of the lesson, like 80% of the lessons. So make sure that you're there so that you can practice live, especially when anytime our wonderful IT team shares anything, or our wonderful counselors share anything with you on WhatsApp channel. With that, what did you learn today? Today was a very, very long session. What did you guys learn today? Tell me in the live chat. What time is it in India? It must be 10:40. My God, look at you guys. You guys are so motivated. Wonderful. I ghost you guys. That's very bad. I've written 12 questions to ask Krish. I think we can design a session on collocation. Thank you, Divya, for mentioning that. Thank you, Priya, for your suggestion. You're welcome, Manhad. Nana, superb. You're welcome, guys. Yeah, yeah, Prothama, wonderful, guys. If you missed the first day, you can you can go to the channel and see the first live class. Uh, so I think that'll help. Yep. Logo file. That's interesting. Accidentally, truly grateful. You're welcome, Nagashri. Okay, Divya has told what she learned today. Can we request everybody else as well to please tell us what did you guys learn today? For those of you who are new to our Cambridge Veritas family and our crazy group, including me, this is our ritual. We do not leave. It doesn't matter what time it is. For me, it is 6 in the evening, but I know it's very, very late for you guys. But nonetheless, I start my day at 6. So I have to wake up according to our Indian team's time. So it just gets quite long. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is we end the day with this. So make sure that you write what did you learn today before we end today's lesson. It's very important. Nana, why do you say I ghost you guys? My God, I feel so bad. I joined late. No problem, Nana. That's okay. Yes, Philip, welcome to our wonderful platform. You're now part of our YouTube family. Make sure to join every day. Priya says, I learned more adverbs and new words and synonyms. Sahana says, I think I would not have my dinner today. Kya baat? Very nice. This is what you learned today. And why is that? What is the reason, ma'am? Wordsmith. Okay, Mankat says, formal academic English, but in an easy manner. Wonderful. Happy for you. Sahana says, okay, cool. Hansini, okay. Prothama, welcome. It's your first day, guys. That's great. Varun says, new words and synonyms. Superb. Nana says, I learned so many new things. This class is very helpful for me. I'm so happy to know that. It's music to my ears. Okay, good. Now, what is the last thing that we do? Can we clap for everybody in the live chat, please? Wonderful participation. Oopsie. My clap emoji has gone. I don't know where. Okay, I'm just going to write clap, clap, clap. I'm just going to write the word. I'm sorry, I don't know where my emoji is. Clap, clap, clap for everybody. Superb. Wonderful job, guys. We need more and more people like you. So make sure you share the lesson and the channel's link with your colleagues, with your family, and ask them to subscribe, because the more students we get, the more we'll be able to bring these lessons for you. All of this takes a lot of effort. So our team gets motivated when they see more and more people like you. Our mission is helping as many people as possible, and you guys are active participants of it. So let's add more fire to this mission. Yep. All right, guys. Tomorrow, what are we going to do? Unless I change the lesson, but most probably, like always, We're going to be looking at developing and supporting examples. How do you write examples in an essay for IELTS exam? And how do you write the appropriate supporting examples and linking them to the paragraph appropriately? Very, very important lesson. So, in tomorrow's lesson, we're going to be looking at how do you support, how do you develop, link, and write supporting examples. That's what we're going to be looking at in tomorrow's lesson. So, until then, you're welcome, Mankad. You're welcome, Philip. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you, Sahana. Okay, I want to do something. Wait. Can I just give me one moment? I'm going to share one link, so give me one moment. Bear with me. Give me 30 seconds. There's one link that I'm sharing, so give me one moment. Yep. Thank you. I'm sharing one link in the chat box, guys. In case you think that these classes are helping you, why don't you let the students know how have our live classes impacted your English, or for that matter, your confidence as a person? So why don't you write something that you truly feel about our online live classes? It doesn't matter if you've joined the first day, or it doesn't matter if you've been there with us since January, or it doesn't matter if you've just joined us 10 days ago. Can you let us know using this link? It is Google Reviews, about what you feel about the classes. And I'm sure that there are more students like you who will be very, very ecstatic to know about genuinely what people have to think about these live classes, so that it helps more and more people consolidate their understanding and, most importantly, their faith in online live classes. Okay? Just a 2-minute thing if you want to do it. Thank you. Guys, thank you so much for today's lesson, for being a part of it, active participant. I will see you guys tomorrow, and we're going to be covering developing, supporting, and linking examples on the IELTS essay. It'll be very, very useful for IELTS writing. Okay? Take care. Good night. Good night, guys.